got to say 15%. We're back, and this is episode 1 from the new studio, and we thought we should come out with a bagger of a guest. So, we are very, very happy to welcome to the new studio, who's right here in Austin, Texas, the great Cobra Tate.
Oh my God.
Cobra Tate's here, everybody.
I don't understand why everyone.
I'm the first guest of the new studio. You know I like 2 coffees. I'm sitting here with
One. That's fucked up, man.
But we did get you sparkling water.
Yeah, we didn't get you poor people.
Welcome
All
to
right,
Call of Duty Warzone.
it's not so bad, but it's been a long flight.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Hey, guys, get the fuck on.
Unprompted, you dick.
Let's
Yeah.
start your briefing with Battle Royale.
Clean up.
But you know what? But you know, I say these things and people really genuinely think I'm crazy.
Yeah.
But I mean everything I say.
That's what I love about you, is that you really are just not afraid to say.
He's a maverick.
Yeah.
I'm a maverick. Yeah, that's exactly what I am. I'm not
Yeah.
chill.
Yeah.
Like Steven Seagal.
Yeah.
He's a maverick. He's Steven Seagal. He gets on the train, he Aikidos.
Yeah.
He does what he has to do. That's me. How am I going to let some... Okay, yes, you're beautiful woman. Of course. You're a very gorgeous woman. But I'm the big G. What do you mean? You're not going to see my house?
Yeah.
Right.
Something has to happen.
Well, let's talk about this. This is fascinating because we came across your videos a while ago and
Thank you very much, sir.
Come out on top.
Thank you.
Finally.
Fine.
fucking God.
I
I'm
know.
about to walk out the
You
door.
waited a long time for that. and
They
I'm
were
sorry.
fueling the jet.
It's a
I'll
lot
just
like
tell them.
Battle
I
Royale.
will.
Slow down.
I apologize on their behalf.
So sorry. So I am a dumb bitch. How can I not be so stupid and keep my husband? I want to keep him happy, and I think all the women listening too, they want to know the secret to a good
I'll tell you the
relationship.
secret.
Yeah, I'm writing them down.
I'll tell you the secret.
Oh, yeah, put your-
Let me say this.
Yeah, go ahead. Taking notes.
I don't think most women understand what men are looking for in general from life.
Okay.
And it's not just relationships, it's in general. I think, and when I say think, I mean I know, that men are biologically designed, we're evolutionarily hardwired to seek status. That's what we want. Men talk about wanting money. You don't want money, you want power. You want power, you want status, you want the fast car, you don't care about the car. You want everyone to know you have the car and they can't have the car. If everyone had a Lambo, you wouldn't want a Lambo. Right? So we want status. So every single thing we do is status driven to some degree.
True.
Meaning the female we are with has to add status to our lives in some form. That's why we like beautiful women, right? But a beautiful woman who doesn't behave and doesn't obey isn't really much status.
Yep.
So when we're looking for status, we want a beautiful woman who is compliant because it's unique and it's scarcity that provides value. So if you want to keep your man happy, you need to think, how do I make my man look better to the world? How do I make him look better in front of other men? You know what? If I were to just make him 2 coffees and shut the fuck up, he's going to look like the big G. And he's going to be in love with me. That's what you have to do.
Well,
as a
hold on.
woman.
Well,
Cobra.
let me just stop you real quick and say something. You got a lot of work to do.
Me?
Yeah.
I brought you 2 coffees this morning because you were coming in, and I said, Tommy, here's your 2 coffees. I did.
I'm just saying, he made a lot of sense, and
What do you fucking...
I'm just saying, keep taking notes. Don't even talk to me. Keep taking notes.
So give me some examples of how I can increase my status, therefore increasing his status. You mentioned the 2 copies. Now, why do you request that? Let's go through the logic of that.
Sure.
So, yeah.
Because it's a basic respect thing, right? And compliance is something which is going to increase the status of your man in front of other people.
Right.
And truthfully, it's not really a very big ask. The fact that it's basically pointless is the whole point of it. I drink one, I don't drink the other one. It's just a respect thing. It's doing something which is basically pointless to show you have respect for me. And that's not me being insecure or crazy or whatever. I have a lot of jobs as a man, and I make sure I fulfill my side of the duty fantastically. I'm not going to let anything happen to you. I'm going to take care of us financially, etc., etc. So if I do my side of the bargain, I want your side of the bargain, which is I want to feel respected in the household.
Okay. So that's cooking meals, I'm assuming.
Well, truthfully, I eat out most of the time.
Yeah.
But this is actually one of the problems I have. I want you guys to feel sorry for me. Maybe with your big channel, we can start a charity and get some money going. Because you know what happens now?
What?
My life, I'm flying on private jets. I'm eating in all these restaurants. I'm driving all these supercars. And it's very hard for me to find a way for women to show me respect. Because they're just like on the jet, duh. I go to the restaurant, duh. They're in the club, duh.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Do you know what I mean? And they're like, and most dudes are happy just get that pussy.
Right.
We're like, who doesn't want to fuck me? So
Yeah.
duh.
Right.
Duh.
So how can she add, and also too, I worry if I'm too submissive, will he not respect me?
Nah,
Will he
no.
respect?
Get rid of that.
Get
rid of that.
Get rid of that stupid
That
shit.
won't respect me
wow.
crap. That's not real.
Is that real? Really?
You know what? So many women say to me, "You're so Andrew. You know what? you're so rich, but you're smart and you're actually very intelligent, and I know you'd get really bored of a robot. And I'm sitting there thinking, bitch, I wish to God you were a robot. You better shut the fuck up. We talk about star signs? Oh yeah, I'm so glad. Tell me more about my Sagittarius rising, you idiot. I don't give a fuck. Give me a robot. All men want robots. That's all we want. Yeah. 4 wives, robots, inshallah. Put the burqa on.
Yep.
What are you talking about? We don't care. 2 coffees. Yeah. That's it. It's nice and easy. There's no such thing as too submissive. There's no such thing. Yeah. I'm never going to look at a beautiful woman who does everything I say and go, you know what? You do too much of what I say. I want to go get some disagreeable bitch.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
On one planet.
But Cobra, let me tell you what you're saying. If there's truth to it, and judging by my husband's reaction, listen, we've had world famous comedians sit across from him. He's never spit coffee out of his nose like he just did for you.
It's because it's like, you know what it is? Sometimes you see these videos of these guys that are lost, and then they walk into a church, and then the preacher says like the exact right thing from the Bible, and the guy's like, "Oh my God, this is what I needed." I feel the same way right now. I feel like
I love to hear that, Brett. I love to hear that.
It's really good to have you here. And speaking, if I could be, I don't know, to borrow from them, I think you're kind of speaking the gospel right now.
Well, the truth is, you know what's crazy about all of this? Because when people attack my views, what they don't understand is that the relationships I'm describing are not just perfect for the man. Women are absolutely happy serving a man they respect. Women are absolutely happy saying, you know what, I know I have the best man on the planet, and I know I make him happy. Women are happy with that.
Yeah, that's true.
They're far more happy with that than they are working some fucking career.
Yeah.
And some garbage. Oh, I have thoughts and opinions and a job.
Yeah, shut the fuck up.
Have kids, sit at home, be quiet, make coffee.
Yeah.
And it makes everybody happier in the long run. It's good for everyone. I don't know how this is even controversial anymore.
Right, but Cobra, might I interject that if women were truly happy doing that for so long, maybe this whole women's lib thing, how did that come about?
That's a psyop from the New World Order. They're deliberately trying to turn women against men. They have to divide the peasants. That's the only way the elites can retain control. They turn the blacks against the whites, the Democrats against the Republicans, the women against the men. It's all a psyop, and they do it purposefully. Listen, a revolution is nothing more than men standing in one place and saying this shit has to change. The reason there's no revolution, despite the absolute tyranny we experience here in the Western world, is because most men aren't allowed out the house because their wife will get mad at them. You have to be home at 10 o'clock. Come home. You're not allowed out.
Well, what about the kids? Should he be home?
Sure, you should be home for your kids. But my point is, you're not going to feel like a king or feel brave enough to go and rebel against the New World Order if you don't even feel in charge of your own house. If you're not a king in your own house, then how are you a king anywhere else, right? And the law is set up in a way in the Western world.
Like that.
The law is set up in the way in the Western world where men have absolutely zero power. Most men are clinically depressed, working jobs they hate, in sexless marriages, and they know they can't leave because they lose the house and they lose the kids and they lose everything else. So they don't have time to be concerned with anything that's actually happening in the world. They keep us divided and distracted, and empowering females is the easiest way to weaken the will of men. What happened when the Romans conquered the Greeks? The first thing they did was kill all the fighting age males. And we live in a world now where they're deliberately killing the fighting age males. They're killing the spirit, the warrior spirit inside of men. And they're doing that by motivating females and empowering to the point where they're going to sit there and go, you know what? I'm a feminist. You can't tell me what to do. I'm allowed to go out with my friends. He's just my friend. I'm allowed to sleep at his house, drink vodka. Oh, I only sucked his dick. What's the problem? You know what? Fine, we get a divorce. I'm taking the fucking house. Yeah. It's bullshit.
Yeah. Yep. How do you feel about women serving in the military? Stuff like that.
I think that's the biggest mistake a female could possibly make. Why the fuck would you do that?
Yeah.
One, you're shit at it.
Yeah.
That's the first thing. Yeah. Like anyone who's out here who's actually been through something, as I have, knows that when the fight goes down, you need the women protected in a way. You don't need the screaming in your ear, right? So they're shit at it. That's the first thing. And the second thing, it's part of the psyop. They're masculine. In the Western world, they are trying to turn females masculine. It's not an accident. None of this is an accident. All of this is done very, very purposefully. And it's to destroy the will of man. The reason I feel compelled to say the things I say and do the things I do, etc., is because I live in a country where there's no femme-centric government that's going to come and destroy me. And also in my relationships with females, there's no woman telling me, Andrew, just put the mask on. Andrew, just be quiet. Andrew, it's late. Don't lose your job. Andrew, the kids, blah, blah, blah. They're just sucking men down the pit.
So hold on. Do you mean to tell me that Cobra Tate will not be married, will not be tamed?
It's not about being tamed or married. I don't believe in marriage in terms of an institution, not because I am against the idea of loving a woman, but I'm so anti-government. I don't want them to have anything to do with me, especially where my dick goes. So fuck them. So I refuse to sign the piece of paper because I just don't want to deal with governments more.
Okay. So there won't be a Mrs. Cobra Tate.
No, if I meet a woman and I you she's Mrs. Cobra.
Yeah.
I don't need the government to give me any kind of fucking approval.
Have you met a woman yet that you go?
That's all I fucking do. What are you talking about? I'm just pump. You got a sister, bitch?
Wow.
You think I'm playing games? You think I'm playing games?
Do you ever worry that a woman just is with you for the wrong reasons, and therefore, do you ever hide how successful you are? You know what I mean? Like, just to see like what happens when like the Lambo's in the garage.
That's a good question, and I think you have to look at it under a different frame.
Okay.
If she's only with me because I am tall, strong, rich, and successful, and smart, and interesting, and charismatic, and humble,
and funny,
and funny. Yep. If she's only with me for those things, and I'm only with her because she's beautiful and shuts the fuck up, who's more shallow? True.
You.
So who cares? Right. So I'm not going to be gold dug because I'm not an idiot. Like no girl's going to come to me and say, "Give me money."
Yeah.
If I decide to buy her a present for her birthday, it's my prerogative.
Right.
I'm not stupid. I'm not a punk. But I think that this whole idea of shallow is kind of hard to define, right? Some go, they're only with you because you're rich and tall and gorgeous. I'm like, well, what the fuck?
Yeah.
What else are they going to be with me for? Like, duh, I'm only with her because she's gorgeous too.
Yeah.
So
it's normal. That's human nature.
So hold on though. Have you had a serious relationship?
I have many concurrent serious relationships as we speak.
Are you poly?
No, because that means they can talk to other dudes. That's fucking haram. That's atrocious. That's disgusting.
Yeah.
Agreed. Throughout the majority of human history, female promiscuity has been absolutely frowned upon. Only in the Western world we're going to pretend it's an okay thing. Every single culture since the dawn of human time and every single place on the planet has said that female promiscuity is disgusting to the point where females were executed for it.
Yeah.
And most of the world today...
As they should be.
Get the rocks. Yeah. Abdul?
Yeah. Get the rock.
Get the rock.
Yeah.
In most of the world today, it's still frowned upon. It's unacceptable.
Yeah.
Whereas every single king and sultan and sheikh since the dawn of human time had multiple women. Men are allowed multiple women. Women are not allowed multiple men. If a woman has multiple men, you cannot ensure paternity. And the modern science of the devil, just because we can work out how the dad is, doesn't mean the actions are acceptable.
That's
true. Under the will of God. I can walk and have 10 wives behind me. That's perfectly acceptable.
So
if a woman has 10 men, it's disgusting.
Yeah.
Absolutely vile.
Yeah.
Females should not talk to any man besides her brothers, her father, and the man she's with. If she truly loves me, she should want as much help as possible to cater to me and serve me and make me coffee. She should encourage me to get more wives.
Amen.
Sounds like Sharia law is your... Wait, so
I'm a Christian.
Have you ever... what's the longest you've been in a monogamous situation?
Monogamous?
No.
So wait. You mean her being monogamous to me or me being monogamous to her?
The latter. Ever happened? Will it ever happen?
I don't see the point. I don't see the advantage.
Children.
I can have children while fucking another bitch.
But here's the deal, man. But they will drain your finances. Multiple baby mamas.
No. He's got
Nobody drains my finances. I'm the big G. I don't think you understand. You cannot drain the big G's finances. The biggest mistake you could possibly make, the biggest mistake a female could possibly make is trying to go to war with me. She could come and say, please, can I have this? The baby needs diapers, whatever. Maybe. Okay, fine.
Maybe.
But if you were to, maybe. That little fucker can shit on the floor for free.
Yeah.
But if you're going to come to me with like a legal letter or something, you're going to get crushed. Decimated.
Oh my God.
I'm petty.
I'm terrified
and I'm rich.
of you.
Yeah. I will do anything it takes to not pay you. I'll go to the jungle. I'll burn it all. I'll sit there broke myself. Everyone's going to starve. I'm that guy.
Yeah.
Do you ever get sweet with a lady? When you're
What do you mean I am sweet?
Do you ever, is there ever like a tender, if I, with a lady alone, is there ever a toned down version of this guy?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It's not that I'm some psycho and I don't believe that men and women should be in love. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying I should be allowed to have a bunch of chicks and do whatever I want and she should obey. And if she will do that, then I absolutely will love her. Why wouldn't I? Right? Love is a real thing, and love is a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm just so full of love I need more than one woman.
Maybe.
I think that's really the case.
And you're such a virile man that you have to lean into the mic more, Milo.
Sorry.
Push it towards you. You're too virile to be tied down.
Well, it's just, I just don't see the advantage. I really do believe that if any man this is a red pill most people don't want to accept. But if you were to get any man on the planet and say to him, you have a wife and she loves you and she's going to remain loyal to you and you can still fuck around with other women. Wow. Do you want that, yes or no? If any man's honest, he's going to say yes. Yes.
Oh my God.
It's the game. So I'm in a fortunate enough situation where I managed to pull it off, right? I don't pull it off with money or anything else. I meet beautiful young ladies who look at me and go, you know what, Andrew, you're such a special individual. You're such an amazing character that I accept. It's like when, all right.
Yeah.
You like cars, don't you?
Yeah.
All right. If you buy a McLaren, you accept that half the time it's going to fucking break for no reason. It's just a pain in the ass. If you want something reliable, you get a Toyota. If you want something sexy as fuck that comes with a bunch of problems, you get a McLaren. I'm the McLaren. You chose me.
I'm the McLaren.
You chose me. I'm not going to act like a Toyota. I'm the McLaren. So you're just going to have to accept what comes with me.
Yeah.
You are a McLaren. That's really good. That's accurate.
It's a good analogy. No?
It is a really good analogy.
I use that to Romanian bitches that can speak English. Like, McLaren? I'm like, yes, bitch. McLaren.
That's all they
Shut
hear.
up.
So can I ask you this? Because there's a lot of this is a primarily male audience.
Yeah.
And a lot of them, they look for guidance. They look to some of the guests that have spectacular careers. A lot of them, are like, hey, I need a little bit of help. Like, I'm a little lost. What's like your advice to a guy who's whatever? He could be coming out of university or in his 30s, but he's like looking for a little direction. How do you start off, get centered to become successful? Get money, get bitches. Like, what would you tell them?
I can answer that question in so many different ways.
Mm-hmm.
There's like 10 different answers I can give. But I think truthfully, in the world we're living in now, I use this analogy a lot. Maybe I overuse it, but you need to find a way to some degree to escape the matrix. Mm-hmm. And I say the matrix because the matrix, the way it is designed.
And you're not just talking shit because you've actually done that.
I've escaped the matrix.
Yeah.
I've literally escaped the matrix in nearly every form. So any form of oppression no longer applies to me. I'm uncanceled. I can't be canceled. No, I can say what I want. My finances are secure. I've escaped the matrix. And when I talk about the matrix, it primarily applies to men because men are the backbone of the slave force. We always have been and always will be. And unfortunately now, if you're a law-abiding man inside the matrix, your future and the life that is laid out for you is nothing but depressing. You're going to go to school. You're going to get in debt. You're going to get a job. You're going to get a wife. Divorce is coming. You're going to lose the house eventually. Your job's shit. Inflation's outpacing your wages. You're going to work. No one's going to appreciate it. Now you're old and your life's over. That is the matrix for 99% of men. And you need to find a way to escape it. And I guess I was kind of fortunate from a young age. So I always knew that the matrix was coming and that the system is designed to oppress. The people who make the rules do not make the rules for the benefit of us. They make the rules for the benefit of the people who make the rules. And I knew that. And I think every person intrinsically knows that. Like if it's 4 a.m. and you're sitting in a gas station and a Lambo pulls up, you're probably thinking drug dealer or criminal. You're not thinking, oh, he definitely went to school.
Yeah.
No, so everyone knows this, right?
That's true.
So you have to find a way to escape the matrix to some degree.
But wait, let me stop you. When you say you intrinsically knew this, I feel like a lot of people would assume that somebody is giving you some guidance too. Like, did you have somebody that was, kind of laying some of this out to you, like a male figure that was informing you of it?
Yeah, I was lucky enough to have the most fantastic father on the planet. So my dad did make a lot of things very clear to me from a young age. My father was a chess grandmaster, and he was a nomadic individual. So he lived in a car or in random hotels and floated around the world playing chess.
Man, these chess grandmasters are all like so smart that becomes like a common thing.
They're so smart that they're socially weird.
Yeah.
So like my father was socially strange, but he was a genius. And on top of that, he's like a 6'4" black dude. So it's very unusual, like chess grandmaster, but he's also physically intimidating.
Yeah.
But he's also socially weird. So he's a kind of weird guy to be around.
Yeah.
But he was nomadic and he was just hustling. Sometimes he'd have to go down to the local chess park and just hustle for dollars to eat. And other times he's beating grandmasters for 20, 30 grand paychecks. So it's it was an interesting life, and he taught me a lot about the fact that the system is absolutely broken, it's designed to oppress, and that the majority of people who stick to the rules are going to lose. I don't want to sit here on a podcast that goes out to this many people and encourage anyone to break the law in any form.
Of course.
But the idea of the law-abiding citizen has been decimated in real time. In the last 2 to 3 years ago, you could stand there and proudly say, I'm a law-abiding citizen. The last 2 years, if they have not taught you that being a law-abiding citizen is going to turn you nothing into a fucking experiment for Big Pharma, then you're an idiot. You can no longer obey the law. And I'm not saying you have to break the law, but you need to find a way to do what the elites do, which is bend the law. You can no longer sit there and go, I'm just going to follow the rules and it's going to be okay. No, it isn't. And if you're a man, it's your job to find a way to not be sticking to those rules enough to escape the matrix and become free. Because what's actually most crazy about this period of history is that it's actually the easiest time in human history to become rich. And the reason for that is because there's so many people inside the matrix being destroyed. Money has to go somewhere. I've made so much money during COVID, it's absolutely incredible, right? And a whole bunch of people got lucky. You buy a crypto coin, it fucking goes up 100x and this kind of crap. Like, there's money just flowing around the world.
May I ask, because the audience was, we've been following you, and how do you generate your income? Are you fighting? We know you're a fighter.
I was a fighter. So there's my two primary sources. I have three primary sources of income. Wait, 3, 4. I'm thinking of which ones I'll tell you about. 4. I have 4 primary sources of income that I'm prepared to disclose to the world.
Sure. Go ahead.
So the first thing is I own some casinos in Romania.
Fantastic.
The story of how I opened them is long, but I'll make it very, very short. There was a guy who owns 400 casinos, 3 brothers, mafia guys. They own 400 casinos throughout Eastern Europe. I came up to him and said, look, I want to do a franchise with you. They said, we're not interested in franchises. We have enough money. We just open them ourselves. We turn over 10 million euros a day. Why do I need your franchise? Eventually, I came up with a plan. And I said, look, how about this? I'll open up 4 locations directly next to your biggest competitor. So I'll go to war for you next to the competitor. Worst case, the location doesn't pay any money, but at least it takes money from your competitor. I'll give you a percentage of turnover, so even if it doesn't make profit, you make money. I'll take all the financial risk. They agreed. I started opening up next to their biggest competitor. I actually did something that's kind of funny. What I tried to do was find ones in between their competitor and a Starbucks. I'd open in the middle and I'd offer loads and loads of free coffee with a barista and a sexy chick. So instead of going to Starbucks, you could just take your money, go get free coffee and gamble. And I ended up making a bunch of money. I took his competitor down, bang, bang, bang. So I opened them up. That's the first thing. That's the first one of the first ways I made money.
Good business.
Yeah, is it all right? Yeah, I'll do that. Second, my brother runs a company that manages girls on OnlyFans. So a female without instruction is headed for destruction. Women are intrinsically lazy.
Yep.
Intrinsically. If you show a man how to make $1,000 in an hour, he'll think, I can make $24,000 a day. If you show a woman how to make $1,000 in an hour, she'll think, I only have to work 3 hours a week. Because they are fucking lazy.
Stupid bitches.
Lazy. I'm entitled to fucking lazy.
Yep.
Absolutely. So my brother comes along.
You just had that on deck.
Yeah. So my brother comes along and says, listen, you're making a little bit of money. You're a fine Caucasian of the wrong persuasion. The men think you're handsome. They should pay your ransom. We're going to change it up. You're going to listen to me. I'm going to install some structure and some discipline in your fucking life. And you're going to make some real money. I'm going to get a percentage. So my brother runs an OnlyFans thing. I'll be honest. So my brother's making $200,000 a month from OnlyFans. Casino's making more than that. And then I've got an online school actually called Hustlers University. I have a university online. And
really?
And I teach people how to make money with 18 modern wealth creation methods.
So that's okay.
That's cool shit.
So how can somebody sign up for that?
That is on corporatate.com. You can see it. It's called Hustlers University. It's $49 a month. And I teach 18 modern wealth creation methods on how to make money. And I do this not because I'm a philanthropist. I want everyone to understand this is not philanthropy. I'm not trying to be a nice guy, and I'm certainly not trying to make money. But I genuinely believe we're living in a pivotal period of human history.
Yeah.
I believe that things are about to get a lot worse before they get better.
Yes.
And I believe that anyone who thinks like me and is aligned with me and understands about the global enslavement, if they're going to be on my team, I want them to be rich. Money gives you power. Yeah. So I am teaching anybody who will listen to my videos and understand what I'm saying and doesn't hate me how to make as much money as possible, because when the time comes and the battle call is made, I need rich people around. Yeah. That's what Hustlers University is about. So it's right there. We teach everything about how to make money from cryptocurrency,
and
e-commerce.
Can a woman sign up for this?
Anybody.
Okay.
Oh, a woman can do this.
I will allow females into my program for the moment.
Yeah.
Women are fucking stupid. Well, yeah. They struggle with the reading and the work.
That's what I was going to say. If they can read.
But they try their very best.
Yeah.
If they're hot, they can get a private class.
Oh, okay.
But otherwise, fuck them. So that's Hustlers University. I teach 18 modern wealth creation methods. There's me and there's 17 other professors in there teaching how to make money. It's $49 a month. There's about 6,000 students. So
wow.
So you were making some real money, man.
I'll be honest. I make $2 million a month, something like that.
Wow.
Really good.
I do all right. I do all right.
No nie
And then
wierzę,
also, the last thing
kurwa.
I'll talk about is the War Room. And the War Room is my own secret society.
What's that?
It's a secret society.
Like Illuminati type shit?
Correct. So the War Room is for men who... The Hustlers University is about money, and the War Room is about everything else outside. It's for everything that is not money. Once you start making money, you realize there's so much more to life than money. If you need to go to Moscow during a lockdown and you need a business visa, who do you call? You call the War Room, right? It's one of those. We have a secret society. We operate all around the world. We have over 3,000 members.
No bitches allowed in this.
No females.
No.
Fuck no. Yeah, fuck no.
I feel those cigars. Girls don't. Yeah.
Do you suck dick on demand?
Do you know why I smoke cigars?
What?
No.
Because they raise your testosterone.
Really?
Hey man, I smoke cigars. I didn't even know that. See?
Look, I have a friend right away.
Yeah.
Here I was thinking I was going to be under fire.
Yeah.
Turns out I made friends in Texas. This is amazing.
No. Tom loves you.
Oh, perfect.
He's nodding his head. His neck is practically going to break.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, buddy.
You leave tonight, right?
They're fueling the jet. I mean, when I first got here, I had the one coffee. I said fuel the jet. Now the jet, the fuel's going in, so I'm probably gonna have to bounce.
Damn, it's too bad.
Yeah.
Too bad.
Shame, I know.
Yeah, man.
But I'll be around. Look, I'm around the world. I'm here. I'm there. I'm around.
Okay.
But anyway, sorry for ranting on and on about the global enslavement of man. But you know what? No, I'm not fucking sorry for anything.
Yeah.
If you're a man with any level of testosterone level, and you've been witnessing what's been happening in the world in the last 2 years, I struggle to sleep at night. Like literally, what's happening is fucking crazy, and I'm struggling to sleep. And I'm an individual with $50 million who can hide and disappear. If I was Joe Schmo, I'd be scared. You're out here, they're lying to you about the inflation rate. You're not getting a pay rise. Like what? Where's your panic? Yeah. People are not panicking. They lack perspicacity. They're not paying attention to anything.
Google perspicacity?
It's the ability to be perceptive.
Oh, shit.
And they're not paying attention to anything, and they're just sitting there waiting for the fucking steamroller. You think in 10 years from now things are going to be better? Like, what's out of you out of your fucking mind? You need to prepare for this. And the whole idea of prepping in the old traditional sense of buying a bunch of food and hiding in the forest and the cabin in the woods, that ain't going to work either. You need a global network. You need a secret society. You need places you can hide. You need money, and you need the ability to bounce. That's what you need. That's what I have, right? But I don't know how fucking Joe Schmo's even functioning in society nowadays, because I'd be furious. I'd be like, what the fuck? You tell me inflation's 7%? That's a lie.
Do you feel like those most of the people are just not like alert? They're not awake, right? They're just kind of following along.
We suffer. The modern world suffers from a bout of cowardice. The average man in the world today is just a fucking coward. It's not that he doesn't pay attention. It's not that he doesn't know. Yeah. It's that if he pretends it isn't there, it's ostrich shit. Yeah. I'm just going to hide. I don't know what to do, so I want to hide from it. It can't possibly be true. No, they can't possibly have lied about that.
Oh,
no,
boy.
It's all cowardice, right? Yeah. Because you're a coward. Because when you accept the realities, now you need to do something. You're implored to act. Yeah. They don't want that. So we're suffering from a massive pandemic of cowardice. That's the only pandemic in the world today. I see it. Men say it all the time. Well, it's not that bad. You know it's that bad. You're just too pussy to admit it because you don't know what to fucking do about it.
That's the thing, though, is that they don't know what to do.
They don't know what to do.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell them what to do. Join Hustlers University, get some money, join the war room, prove yourself amongst a society of men which are doing something. Look, we're not breaking any laws, fucking FBI. You can join as much as you want. All we're doing is we're sitting around, men who understand. I'm a chess player, right? My father was a chess player. I truly have no intention of changing the world. I have no political affiliation. I'm not Republican, I'm not Democrat, I'm not right, I'm not left. I don't believe in changing the rules. I believe in winning. In chess, when you look at the board, you don't sit there and go, I'm losing, I wish a pawn could move that way. That's stupid, because that's not the game.
Right.
What I do believe in saying is, okay, I'm fucked, but what's the best possible move?
Yeah.
And what you'll actually notice is a grandmaster, you play a grandmaster at chess, he is sticking to the same rules as you. He's within the same constraints, but he will destroy you because he has a better understanding of the rules. I'm not out to change any rules. My society's not out to change any rules. The society can stay exactly as it is, can be as corrupt as it is. Don't give a fuck. I have no political affiliation. I don't care who's president. Don't care. All I care about is analyzing the chessboard and making the most intelligent move for myself and my people.
Well, life is too short for you to change the whole system. You're not going to do it in this lifetime or the next.
By the way, did your father teach you how to play?
Yes.
Oh,
so that
no
must
shit.
have been a crazy.
Yeah, but I'm still. Yeah, it is. But you know what? What's truth? It's kind of upsetting to some degrees. I'm still crap. Like I'm good, but I'm shit.
Right.
Right. I could play any normal person and smoke them.
Yeah.
In ELO in chess terms, I'm around 1800. I don't know if anyone knows what that is. Mm-hmm. But my father was a master. He was like 2500. And it's amazing how good these people are at chess. My father used to beat me at chess from the other room. So I'd have the board. He'd be cooking dinner. I'd say E4, C5, knight F3, knight C6. And he'd just read it out while cooking dinner and smoke without looking at the chessboard. Yeah. Yeah, it's incredible. Yeah.
And then when you moved to the UK, though, because I'm interested in this, you got into kickboxing, right? You got into fighting.
What's the logical jump, no?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Most chess guys, you're like, I don't want to fuck with this guy. He'll kick my ass. But like, how did you stumble into fighting?
I lost my chess coach because my father stayed in America, and so I lost my chess coach, and I decided to do something that's similar. And to me, chess is war. Kickboxing is war. It's one-on-one. There's no luck. There's no team that's there to help you or save you. And you have to be ruthless. Mm-hmm. You have to crush your opponent, absolutely. And also, another thing about chess and fighting that's completely the same is, if you lose, somewhere you made a mistake. There's no luck involved. Right. It doesn't matter how good you were doing. There's no such thing as a lucky punch. If he catches you and you go, he's training to punch people in the face and just punch you in the face. Yeah. There's no such thing as a lucky punch.
Yeah.
If you lose at some point in life, I was about to apply it to life. If you lose at some point in chess, you made a mistake. If you lose in fighting, at some point you made a mistake. And in life, I believe if you lose at some point in life, you got complacent, you made a mistake. Even with a complete black swan event like COVID, if you're going to allow yourself to be completely decimated and you did not have any kind of preparation plan or any kind of network that could help you or any kind of moves to make, you made a mistake. So I applied that. So when I couldn't play chess anymore, I thought, well, everything I love about chess, I can find in fighting. So I started beating people up.
Did you figure out, because fighting is one of those things that's interesting, you know, the younger you start, the better chance you have. So, but then it's kind of one of those, like with most athletics, you figure out pretty quickly whether you have a skill for it. You know what I mean? Like you could try something, you're like, oh, I'm just average at this. Were you a natural fighter?
I was good at it away.
Right away.
Yeah, I started when I was like 17. I've had 87 fights. A lot of fights.
Yeah.
Have you broken someone's bones?
I've broken someone's bones. I've broken a bunch of bones.
How does that feel?
Great.
Yeah.
Fuck them.
Yeah.
No, seriously, like, I'm being serious. The first time you broke somebody's bones, were you like, was it rad? Was it like a hunter when they kill a big moose?
You know what it is? So there's a video, if you can actually find it. If you go to YouTube and you look in my highlight reel, there's a video of me fighting in Macedonia in the World Championships. I was representing the USA, and I fought a German fighter. If you type into to YouTube Andrew Tate highlights, it'll come up. And there's me against a German guy. Mm-hmm. And when I knocked him out badly, seeing him on the floor was, that's it, the top one. Seeing him on the floor, you'll scroll through, you see a guy in German shorts. Seeing him on the floor was kind of cool. But you know what was much cooler? Seeing the look on his wife's face.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Because I know she left him. But you saw your man get beaten the fuck out of. Yeah. Well, you're going to suck his dick. No.
There you go.
Here we go. So watch, in about 45 seconds from here, you'll see. But, yeah, it's primal. Like, once you've done fighting, you can't beat anybody at anything else. Because, oh, I beat him at basketball. Well, who fucking cares? A ball in the neck. Like, who gives a shit, right? Beating a dude up is different.
Yeah.
So, like, it kind of destroys all other sports because everything else is boring.
Absolutely. Yeah. Then the fight is like, it's primal. It's the,
here we go.
Like you said, there's nothing, there you go. Oh,
yeah, dude. Look at his strut. Did you see his strut?
But you also.
The walk away is the best, dude.
Yeah, fuck him. Boom. Pussy. Now when I go to Germany, they tell me to put the vaccine. When you do your vaccine passport, I'm like, listen, you didn't see what I do the last fucking Germany. Talk shit. Shut the fuck up.
Kurwa,
you know what's funny? Money
jebaniec,
protects me. Let me
kurwa.
tell you, I was in Munich, and the police are walking around, mask. I pull up to the Kapinski in a fucking Ferrari 812 Superfast. I walk in the reception. Sir, would you like a mask? No, I would not. Thank you. Keep walking. And I notice that money protects you, right? When you're a big dude walking with confidence, pulling up in a $300,000 car, staying in the penthouse, they're more scared to tell you to do things than if you're just Joe Schmo. I know they shouldn't be, but they are.
They are.
The staff are like, oh, who the fuck's that guy? I'll just let him. He doesn't wear one. But with the average person, they're over there, mask. Me and my brother, we've walked around and broke every single fucking COVID restriction since the dawn of this shit. All of it. We just walk around saying, make me. I'll call the police. Call them. By the time they get here, I'm bouncing. I'm gone. I walked into a fucking coffee shop in Germany. I was like, bro, latte. He goes, you need a mask. I said, there's only you and me in here. Are you scared of COVID? He goes, no, but it's the rule. I said, have Germans not yet learned about blindly complying with government? Have you read a history book? But there's no police here. Stop shitting yourself. What are you afraid of? But you're such a fucking coward. Make my coffee. No wonder you're a barista, you pussy. Fucking unbelievable. I had to cuss this German guy out, telling me he's a bitch. Get back in the fucking McLaren.
Nie wierzę, kurwa.
It's unbelievable. crazy.
That is insane.
It's fucking insane.
It's insane.
And it's just male cowardice.
And by the way, you are so right about anytime. You don't even have to be wealthy to do this. If you walk through a place with your shoulders back and your head high, it doesn't matter, and you just walk with purpose. Anybody who tries to give you an instruction, if you're just like, I don't think so, then there'll be, most of the time they'll be like, okay, I'm not supposed to talk to that person.
99% of the time. And that's how all this shit ends. I said this to someone. Someone came to me and said, what do we actually do about this? I said, listen, don't get kicked off flights. Don't get put on no-fly list. No. If you have to wear a mask, wear a mask. My argument is very simple. Don't put one on first. Make them have to come and tell you. Then say, I don't have one. Make them go and get one. Make them go and bring it back. Then hang it off your ear and still don't wear it. Sir, over your mouth and nose. Okay, then put it on your chin. And just make it so fucking difficult. If everyone did that, they'd give up. But no, I see all these good little slaves, before they even go in the store, finding a mask in their car. I wonder why I'm broke. Because you live inside the slave system. You're living in the slave mind. Dude. You're a peon, a peasant. You're an ant in the fucking ant farm. You don't think for your fucking self.
True.
It's crazy.
But the slave mentality feels empowered now by canceling people they're envious of, by commenting and wanting to silence people that have an opinion.
Correct.
So now that is a form of power. Now the slaves have united.
But this is what's dangerous about the world. This is what people don't understand, and this is what my society discusses always, is that throughout history, the way humanity got here is that it was the biggest, strongest alphas of society that were in charge of society.
Yes.
We now live in a world where it's the beta male tech programmers that rule the world. And if you give a bunch of betas power, they're going to abuse it worse than anybody. Have you ever given a weak man power? You see what they do with it? Because they've never felt powerful. You can give me power. We talk about all the shit I do with women on a serious level, right? If a woman trusts me and she gives me power over her in a relationship, I'm going to take care of her in every single way. I'm not going to fucking abuse her. I felt powerful my whole life. I kick the shit out of dudes. I'm not going to hit a chick. Why would I, right? You give a beta male power, look what they do. Because they've never felt powerful. And men have a natural masculine imperative for power. Everything we discussed earlier. We talked about men want status, right? So you give weak men power, they're going to exploit it. And the weakest members of society are now becoming the most powerful members of society. And they can control fucking information. It's the end of the world. This is the end of the fucking world. This is not a joke. This is the end of the fucking world.
Well, it's the feminization of the world.
Absolutely.
So this is going to be, now it's the era of feelings. Everybody's feelings matter. And like you said, the beta male is coming to power. So what's going to happen?
Well,
what do you see
I'll tell
happening?
you, the feminization of the world is absolutely destructive to the Western world because there's never been a successful matriarchy in the history of humanity.
No, not true. What about England? Queen Victoria.
Having a female in charge is different than a matriarchy. When I talk about matriarchy, I mean on average in the household, the man was in charge. On average, men were in charge of the society on average. Instead of a female had to say, but on average, men were in society. Men were in charge.
Working and providing.
Yeah, the women were listening to the men on average.
Right.
That's my point. On average, right? So I've had this argument with feminists before. She's like, oh, well, we've never tried matriarchies. We've only tried patriarchies, blah, blah, blah. And I said, listen, bitch.
Enemies dropping into the AO.
They have been tried. But the problem is this. The closer you are to the base level of survival, the more people naturally revert to their gender roles. If we were all, if 10 men and 10 women were on a boat and they got shipwrecked, the men would instantly start shelter, fire, hunting, and the women would start doing the women thing. When you get rid of all the crap and all the society and all the programming, people will revert to their gender roles. The reason we do that is because it gives us the best possible chance of survival. That's why in poor countries where survival is harder, people are closer to their natural gender roles.
I want that bird ready in
so that
3
makes sense to
bites.
all. So this feminist is saying to me, oh yeah, but we've never tried a matriarchy. I said, no, I'm sure it's been tried. The problem is it's very, very difficult to survive under it. It's not the natural gender role. And the matriarchies that did exist in humanity, I'm sure they existed. The reason we don't discuss them is they never even got a chance to create any history because they were fucking decimated by the patriarchy. There is no, what is the statistical odds? Someone at home, some senator, who's fucking mad, who's bimbo, work this out. What are the odds of every single society since the dawn of human time all across the planet being run by men? All of them. This is not an idea that could have spread. You had the Aztecs and the Mao dynasty. They didn't fucking talk. This is every single civilization that we can ever possibly name or discover, men were in charge. The reason for that is because all the ones who women were in charge got fucking wiped out because they're not competitive. So what happens is, and they lose the patriarchy. What's going to happen here as we become feminized, as the Western world becomes a matriarchy, as women get more and more exclusive power, feminists are fucking walking down the street saying we want the same rights as men. You have more rights than men. There's not a single thing a man can do a woman can't do. You have a whole bunch of laws in your favor. Yeah. You have more rights than men already. So what the fuck are you talking about? And then they say they want to be respected for their ideas, and they get their tits out, because nobody gives a shit unless they're naked. They're fucking dumb. The whole point is that the matriarchy that we are creating in the West is no longer going to be competitive in the long run. We are not going to be competitive. And I'm not going to say what the competition is, but whatever the competition is, if men retain control, we are going to fucking lose. The world is cyclical. I live in Eastern Europe now, right? Eastern Europe, 20, 30 years ago, shithole. Now, it's the best place on the planet. California, 20, 30 years ago, best place on the planet. Now, shithole. It just takes a long time for reputations to catch up.
Yeah.
People are talking about California because they think it's like the 90s. Yeah, Baywatch, cool. That's gone.
That's gone.
It's crack watch.
Yeah.
Homeless watch.
Yeah.
That's all they got over there now.
Watch.
So as the world catches up and as things change, any society that retains its patriarchal roots, it's going to outcompete the West. I really do think that the Western world, along with America, is fucking finished. And I think if you have half a brain as a man here in the Western world, you need to get some money. I'll teach you at Hustlers University. Get in a society that understands that, and we teach you how to prepare for it. I'm not trying to change it. I'm just trying to make the smartest move on the chessboard.
All right.
Pretty
well,
good stuff.
I'm, Hungarian citizenship. Let's go.
Let's go. See you in Budapest.
That's
the capital of chess, Budapest.
I've been here for so long that I went to California last week, and I walked into a place to get a sandwich. And I walked in, and the lady give a mask. I thought that was already
in California?
In California, yeah. And they go, give a mask, and I was like, no. Because I'm used to here.
Yeah.
And she goes, can you get one? And I was like, from where? She goes, like, from your car? And I was like, I don't have one there either. And she was like, and I go, well, I just want to order a sandwich. And she was like, but you don't have a mask on. And I'm like, is that still a thing? I honestly didn't know.
It still is.
And another guy goes, I have one in my car. And I was like, will you give it to me? And he goes, yeah, I got a fresh one for you. So I go out and I get it and I put it on. And then I come back in, and then the guy there goes, you don't have to wear a mask. And I was like, what? So, I don't know. It's just like, it's mixed messages. It's weird.
It's more than weird. It's testament to the slave mind in so many ways. But I'll give you a perfect example of testament to the slave mind. When I get forced to put a mask on, I put it on my chin, and nobody says anything. They don't give a shit unless they have to hang it down here. Yeah. They don't give a fuck about the mask. They just want to see you comply. I'm complying. I'm a slave. You must be a slave with me. I don't want to see your free spirit and your rebellion. Yeah. They don't give a shit about the actual safety of COVID. They don't give a fuck about your breathing. They just want to see you comply. Another thing that's always been remarkable to me, maybe it's because I've never had that matrix mindset, is if I was working a normal job, right? Let's say I work in a sandwich store. And I'm not shitting on the average guy who does average work. I'm not doing that at all. Any work is respectable and it's hard out there to make. I don't give a fuck if you carry garbage. It's hard to make money. But if I was working a normal job, as much as I would do my job to the best of my ability, I'd also be very, very understanding of the fact that my job doesn't give a fuck about me. They don't care about me. They never will. If they have to sack me or fire me to keep their business functioning, that's exactly what they're going to do, and they're going to let me starve. So if I was working in a sandwich store and someone came without a mask, I'd be like, whatever.
Yeah.
Like, why the fuck do you care?
Here's why it's bullshit, though. Because here's the thing, I'm not I'm pro-science, and I believe in, whatever, like, medicine tells us to do. But here's the inconsistency, the bullshit of masks, is that, even on a flight, right, you have to wear them. And then they're like, you can take it off to eat and drink.
Yeah.
So, like, you can take it off.
It's social conditioning.
It is. We went to a show yesterday. And when you get there, they're like, because we walk in like this, and they have a little bag with masks. Like, you grab a mask, and I'm like, okay. So I grab a mask, and put it on. We walk in the lobby, everyone has masks on, and then you sit in your seat, and they're like, you can take your mask off now.
So for 10 feet?
But you're around everybody that was in the lobby, and they're sitting next to you now.
But so
it doesn't make any sense.
They are conditioning you to blindly comply. It doesn't need to make sense.
It starts in school. Sit at the desk, 7:45, you're out by 3. No. It's docile bodies from the minute you're born, yeah.
They want slaves inside the matrix, inside the machine. They were teaching you to not think for yourself, but to blindly comply. It starts with the mask. Blindly put the mask on. Blindly get the injection. Blindly. They don't want you to think. If you think and realize it doesn't make sense, you're no good to them. They don't want you smart enough to think for yourself. They want you smart enough to pay your taxes. And that's about it. Like, they don't give a shit. It's really, I use the word slave, and people think I'm being dramatic. I'm not being dramatic. If you think wearing a mask for 4 feet is saving lives, you are absolutely, completely a slave. You're a slave. You're owned. You're totally owned. And there's so many people out here who are actually genuinely owned. At the height of this COVID, real height thing. The number of times I and there's certain countries I'll behave, on a flight I'll behave, there's certain times, right? But I was in Spain, I'm flexing, doing my thing, in the Ferrari, being a G.
Yeah.
Leave me the fuck alone, got Spanish bitch, my life's fine.
Yeah.
Pull up to the gas station, put gas in the Ferrari, walk in, mask. No, I ain't got one. Well, then I won't serve you. So the gas is free? Because I'll put gas in. You want money or not? Because I'll leave right now, the gas is free. I call police. I say, fucking call them. So I take the euros and I throw it on the floor. Get out. Go to get in the fucking Ferrari. Yeah. I'm paid now. Yeah. I'm paid. Go to get in the Ferrari. Some guy goes, you should have respect. I said, respect for what? He goes, you should wear a mask. I said, I don't wear a mask where I'm from. He goes, well, you're in Spain now. I said, your government should have respect for you instead of making you a fucking slave, dickhead. No, you must wear a mask. You must wear a mask. And I just said, and this is one of the great things about physical confrontation, which I'm not trying to advocate. But sometimes it's just a very easy way to make people go away. I'm like, bro, you want to fight me over a fucking mask? Come somebody put a fucking mask on. And he shits himself and walks up. See, then fuck off. Like, back in the Rari, go fuck the Spanish bitch, conquer their country. That's right, Spaniards. I took her. She's done with. Done. I took your prize possession. She's messed up. Whichever Spanish man gets with her next, he'll be like, why is she always starting arguments with me? Why is she never happy? Because she's dreaming of the night she had with me. She's unhappy with you and you'll never be able to please her. She's widowed forever. It's done. Fuck you, Spain. That's what you have to tell me to put a fucking mask on. I might have gone easy on her pussy if it wasn't for that little fucking Pedro motherfucker coming to me trying to tell me to do shit. That's what happened. That's what happened. Spain's done. Nobody go there. You might run into it. It's done. It's a mess.
Yep.
Well, don't you feel silly? Like, we've had COVID. On top of it, you've traveled the world the whole time. I feel like you've been exposed to every fucking strain of it. There's no way.
I think I have one now.
I'm sure you do. Yeah. Like, what the fuck are we doing this for? Like, we've all gotten.
We're doing this because it's a perfect opportunity for the New World Order to usher in something other than protection and safety. It's always been the same playbook. It's you know what's really amazing to me? Especially like in Romania, I was going on a tour and I was doing a tour of the country because it's really beautiful and I was seeing all the nature side of it. And I had these two tour guides. They're really nice people. They're like kind of, and they're complying with all this COVID shit. And I said, don't you understand that this was the 1930s? You'd literally be the Nazis. Don't you understand that you're thinking back? Oh, I never would have helped the Nazis. You're blind compliance. It's the same fucking playbook. You're not thinking for yourself. Does that not cross your mind? And like, oh no, but I know someone who got sick. You've always known people who got sick. Your entire life you knew somebody who got the cold. Why is that now justification for the absolute decimation of your civil rights? It doesn't make sense. The biggest paradigm shift from all this crap that's actually genuinely dangerous is, as humans, we have all, for our entire life, walked around spreading antigens to something. You've given someone a cold, you've given someone a cough, I've given someone the flu. We've always done that. It's been a normal part of human life. We were never seen as bad people for existing and accidentally passing on the disease, right? Now they've shifted the paradigm. So if you pass on COVID, you're guilty. How the fuck does that work?
Yeah.
And how does that ever end? And how do you ever put an end to this where it's not just deeper and deeper and deeper restrictions and more and more and more control? And it doesn't even fix anything. It's absolutely incredible that people are not awake enough to see what's fucking happening.
Well, because they have such a short memory of history. I mean, literally what you're talking about happened. My dad was born at that time. And like, it's already been forgotten. Communism, forgotten. And we want the same fucking policies that the communists had. It's nutty.
I completely agree, but there's also another huge element to all this, and it's the perma-distraction.
Yeah,
and this is why
that's always been in America, though.
People also like to say that they've heard enough already. That's one of my favorites.
Yeah, you're an ostrich, coward.
But when they've heard enough about something horrific, like when you hear people go like, all right, with the Holocaust.
Yeah,
like,
kind of a big
we could probably keep talking about it. It's not like, it's not a little thing. That
humans are susceptible to doing crazy shit like that.
Yeah, of course.
What fucking happens? We're going through something similar, you know.
But this is the thing. When I talk to people about this, there's some people who totally understand, and some people who are just so perma-distracted. And when I was saying earlier about like the women in the household and that kind of thing, I'm not trying to say women can't have opinions, but my point is there's a whole bunch of men out here who genuinely know that this COVID shit's out of control. But they're too busy arguing with their wife to do anything about it. Right. They're preoccupied. It's not your wife, it's video games, it's not your video games, jobs, politics, or whatever. Some other distraction, all garbage. When Rome was losing, all they did was have endless circuses to keep you distracted from the losing war. The world we live in today, they try very hard to prevent you from creating your reality. You're constantly distracted by everything. And it's hard to focus on nearly anything. And they do that on purpose. For you to go stand out in the rain and protest, that's crazy. They want they want arguments in the household. They want blacks to hate the whites, Republicans to hate Democrats. They want us all argue with each other, for all of us to hate our neighbor, and all to be so distracted and selfish and self-absorbed. We can't think beyond ourselves. That's what they're trying to do to us, and it's absolutely and utterly worked.
It works.
There's very few of these people, and look what they've fucking done to the entire world. It's absolutely insane. And before I get off, I'd never commit suicide. So let's put that there.
Yeah.
But it's crazy. It's really crazy, and I don't think I'm on a hit list because I'm full of shit, right? I'm some millionaire with a bunch of bitches, a bunch of cars. Tate's full of shit. I'm full of shit. Cool. But if you're still living inside the Matrix, we'll talk in 20 years to you full of shit.
Yeah.
I'm free, and I'm staying free. I don't want to change the system. I'm not out to change nothing, but it's remarkable to me that people aren't awake. It's like
because they don't
incredible.
teach you in school unless you seek this kind of thinking. Like I studied, everybody knows I say it a million times, but when I studied philosophy, you read these books by Baudrillard, these French thinkers, these anti-establishment people. You have to seek out these kind of thinkers to even have access to these types of crazy thoughts that aren't sometimes not fucking crazy, as we learned in the last few years. I never thought in my life I would live in Texas. Never in my life. I grew up as an Angelino. Never. And the world changed very much.
I haven't been LA in a long time, but I've only heard the stories of how it's gone down there or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, look, there's still great parts of LA.
I still love my fucking city.
It's still,
till I die.
it's still like LA is still one of the great cities, but it definitely has changed. You can't act like it hasn't changed. Like when a lot of people there, I mean, your head would have to be in the ground to not acknowledge that it's different.
What is it? Ostrich.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cowardice. Ostrich. Yeah.
Ostrich.
It's an easy solution. Cowardice is an easy solution to everything. We can move along. We can move beyond from COVID and talk about other things, right? But cowardice is an easy solution to everything. That's why it's so prevalent. So when you're a coward, you make it too humiliating. Oh, I should have done this, but maybe there's a risk of. There's always a fucking risk. There's a risk with everything. You get to be a coward. Now you have the excuse to do nothing. And that's what people want. They're all lazy fucks.
Well, the good news is there used to be, in the 80s, the 90s, a great way to be a coward, right? You clock out, you go home, you have a Coke and a smile, you sit in your lounge chair, and you watch fucking Friends, okay? But even that life has been taken away. There is no middle class existence anymore. So now they're like, what are you doing, dude? There's nothing for you now.
And keep going back to COVID. I don't want to. But when you're going back to COVID, I can talk about it forever.
If you listen to the show for a while, you know that I am obsessed with playing Best Fiends.
Kurva.
Right, I go on. I'm now to level 155. Hello. I'm gonna brag. Pretty good at this stuff now. I love it. It's great for the holiday season. It's the perfect pick-me-up when I need a break from all the holiday action. And you don't need to be online to play the game, which is the best. Best Fiends has it all. An amazing storyline, collectible fiends, and tons of fun puzzles. No Wi-Fi, no problem. So even if your holiday travels takes you off the beaten path, you can still play Best Fiends. There's always a fresh challenge waiting for me when I need a mental pick-me-up. And also, it's not so crazy hard that you're like stressed out and bummed out by the game. Download Best Fiends free today on the App Store or Google Play. That's friends without the R, Best Fiends. The new year is a great time to focus on what's most important to you. Whether it's saving money by ordering less takeout, learning to cook, or prioritizing your wellness, HelloFresh is here to help with endless options to make cooking at home simple and enjoyable. HelloFresh delivers pre-portioned ingredients to your door, including farm-fresh produce that arrives within a week, so you get convenience without skimping on quality. Skip the trip to the grocery store, saving you the wait in long holiday lines and ensuring you don't waste money on excess food. And you know what I love? It is 72% cheaper than a restaurant meal, and it's actually, I think, better quality. And it's a fun thing to do with the family. Why not cook with your kids? Why not cook with the people you love? HelloFresh offers 50 menu and market items to choose from every week, including veggie, calorie smart, family friendly, and gourmet options. I love HelloFresh. They help me save so much money, and I love cooking with my family. Go to HelloFresh.com/mom16 and use code MOM16 for up to 16 free meals and 3 free gifts.
Go to HelloFresh.com/mom16 and use code mom16 for up to 16 free meals and 3 free gifts.
I'll show you something. Here's some of the guys that also give like kind of lessons on women, and I wanted your thoughts on these. Okay.
All right. I'm gonna take my jacket off.
Oh shit.
Whoa.
It's real now.
Is it the gun show?
Oh.
Don't you dare
We're
bring
in
those
Texas.
out.
We're in Texas.
We're in
You
Texas.
got to, bro.
We're gonna see the what is it? You have the cobra on the arm, right? On the right.
Oh shit, that's right. And
Yeah,
and
that's
can we discuss your accent as well, please?
Well, fuck that.
So what is this?
I'm a mongrel.
Shit.
What are you?
I'm a
Like,
street dog.
so you're from London, a little bit of London.
And U.S. He's American. though,
U.S.
very American, yeah.
And then what else is like South? We thought South Africa for a minute.
South Africa?
Well,
Yeah.
at first when you couldn't, because you actually have lived in different places, your accent isn't like clearly.
Check your gear and weapons.
So it's
We'll
kinda
be
sounds
deploying
like,
shortly.
hey, maybe British, but maybe not.
Yeah, I was in America for like when I was in Indiana, and then I moved to Luton, England. And Luton has a unique accent because no one's from England, everyone's from Iraq. So it's kind of there. And then I grew up there, and I spent the whole time in Eastern Europe.
Yeah, so that's why it's.
There's everything. And you got the cobra out. Let's see it, dude. We've been waiting to see this for years.
Here, and it goes all the way down to
Oh,
it's the right hand.
Yeah.
okay. It's the power, right?
That man was delivered from Rose.
So, Mr. Jeremy, I wonder what happened.
That was a good 10 years
You hit
ago.
him right on the button too. That was.
I wonder, that was like 10 years ago. You know what? I'd actually, I'm petty like this.
Enemies
Let's just
dropping
find him
into
on
the
Facebook,
AO.
track him down. Find his address. Pull up in my Bugatti shoe. Yes, I have one. Pull up out front in my $5 million car.
Yeah.
Like, hey, bro, what is my life? Beat the fuck out of you. Because my life's gone pretty good. I mean, I got the Bugatti and a German bitch. You know what should not happen to her. So what you doing? Oh, you're fat now. Hey.
See you later.
Toodaloo. You think I'm not going to make a YouTube series on this shit? Keep watching Tate. This is the future. I'm going to do exactly what I'm going to do.
Happy New Year. All right, here's one. Tell me what you think of this guy. He has, I think, this is about what he looks for.
So you might cry. You have my talk, ladies. I'm sorry.
Word came down. We are green to go. So gear up, grab your chutes. We're going to the war zone. We're cleared hot on all threats. Watch your ass down there.
Hard, wicked, arrogant, wanted to pieces. Red crap. Let's roll. You must be 120 or less. You must be solid-minded. You must be fucking sexy. You must be ripped, fucking sweet.
Gas is
I'm
approaching
not
on your
gonna go
position.
for it.
Move to the
Let's
safe
do that.
zone.
So
Cash drop
that
inbound.
one
He
was,
wasn't
yeah, he does. He's just, he's a good list. 120 or less, dressed sexy, kind of decent client. That's
Yeah.
what I got from
So
that.
you know the problem with this whole space is I kind of accidentally got thrown into this whole Red Hill girl pickup space, and I don't really think I'm there so much. I really try and focus on masculine excellence because a lot of the dudes in that space are trying to compensate that. Like, there's only so much game you can learn if you're clearly a fucking sport, right?
Right.
When a nerd comes to me and goes, "I'm a total nerd, I want to learn game," I'm like, bro, you need to learn more than game. Because you look like a bitch. My girlfriend will beat the fuck out of you.
How do you help that guy?
But he already knows the answers. How you help him is to tell him the truth, because he already knows what he needs to do. He's just not doing it.
So what does he have to do? Just make a ton of money and
It's not even about money.
and be
You know
successful
what?
and powerful?
It's not even about money.
You got to grow a backbone.
You got to grow a backbone, and you can do that by, if you improve your physicality, you usually improve your mentality along with it. And men are expected to be wise and interesting. You need stories. You're not going to have stories unless you're taking risks. You need to get some balls. You need to get some balls and live a life. I told him, man, go get on the train in Portugal and ride it for 3 weeks all the way to Singapore and think about what a fucking punk you are. And at least you'll end it with some stories.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? Like, you have plenty of time to reflect on what a bitch you are. Go into the bathroom and look in the mirror, look deep in your eyes and say, yeah, I wouldn't fuck me either. Like, what do you want me to do? What game do you want? You're scrawny as a motherfucker. Like, what do you want me to do?
He has to look deep into his own eyes.
Yeah, no. You have to look deep into your own eyes and say, I would never fuck you. Never. And that needs to change. That's actually my brother's saying. My brother.
Look deep into your own eyes.
My brother wakes up.
That's hateful as fuck, dude. I like that a lot.
My brother wakes up,
Woo.
and before we train, he hands me a cigar and a whiskey. And he goes,
Oh my
he gives me
God.
this whiskey, and he goes, go to the mirror,
look deep into your own eyes, offer that man a drink.
That's really funny.
That's fantastic.
So, but my point is, a lot of these guys are absolutely not.
Halo.
And masculine actually
Gram w grę.
genuinely the mental origin for all these things, right?
Tomb Raider.
Be very, very real.
Halo. Gdzie jesteś, Leszku? Dlaczego nie grasz w grę?
Ja właśnie chciałem się ciebie zapytać, dlaczego ty w grę nie grasz? To żeś mnie teraz zdenerwował, muszę iść na balkon. I zaraz będę grał.
Co ten chłop?
To musimy... Ej, dobrze to wyszło, kurwa. Powiem ci, że to jest efekt już naprawdę zadowalający.
No i mówię, że o takie to będą
Ale trzeba Krzysztof te luz obskury wszystkie meczki, kurwa, przećwiczyć.
Ta.
One są naprawdę efektowne.
No dobra, Marcin, ale to nie jest kwestia, bo to ja mogę sobie, wiesz co zrobić, screen recording lub obskury i położę na to i robię takie same animacje, wiesz, kopiuję, a potem usuwam warstwy lux obskury, więc to nie jest problem. No, ale to, że jest... No nie, ale to wszystko, Marcin, bo... Dobra, to nie jest problem, to nie jest... To jest... Znaczy, ja ci chciałem uświadomić, że możemy robić wszystko, przecież ja mogę robić gameplay helikoptera, kurwa, wiesz, wiszę na płetwie, kurwa, no wszystko.
Good signal. Secure the area until the upload is complete. You got a loadout drop inbound.
No to też nie.
Gas is inbound, marking a new safe zone. Upload secure. Future gas spread coordinates are marked on your tag map.
No nie, no to, słuchaj, to nie ma co się tam specjalnie, wiesz, czas zabierać sobie. Wiesz co? Moja wizja artystyczna miała być, że właśnie cała gra to jest tak jak gry, kurwa, RPG na Nintendo 64, wiesz, że są tylko, czy na Pegasusa, że to są tylko chmurki, ruszają ustami, czy coś, jakaś prosta animacja. No, znaczy wolałem nie dawać narracji, narracja tylko do YouTube'a, w sensie, który się ogląda. To taką miałem wizję. Ale ja mówię, że mogą być historyjki, tylko historyjki by były robione komiksowo w chmurkach dialogi. I tyle, żeby nie było. No ja właśnie nie chciałem z lektorem, że lektor to będzie dla tłumaczeń tak jakby zarezerwowany. Tak. Kurwa, zdradziłem się, Marcin, tutaj. Dobra, wchodzisz czy co? Nie wierzę, że kurwa przegrałem tą potyczkę. Aha, bo koleś miał tą samą broń co ja. I pewnie zdążył celować. Kurwa. No, win some i lose some. No, trudno. Gułak. Bo gram solo, wiesz? Nie, to było do przewidzenia, kurwa. Tu zajebane, dobra, zobaczymy, może już levele powbijałem, żeby jakieś te... No to nie pal, kurwa. No to nie pal. Mam 7 tokenów. 12. Czekaj, weekly channel, weekly dominant south, armory, czekaj, coś sobie odblokowawszy. Los. Complete 4 contracts. Okej. I teraz co? Weapons. Select. Robimy inaczej. No właśnie ja już chyba sobie Jak tu się kurwa dawało options? No właśnie teraz patrzę, czy sobie odblokowawszy edit. Gunsmith. Jest 50 kurwa. Dobrze, wystarczy 50. Equip. I optykę jakąś może. Mam już tego Jack Bulls. Nie wiem jak się nazywa ta broń. No ten Uzik właśnie. No. I co ja potrzebuję tutaj? A chuj, dobra, zostawię tak, tylko magazynek dodałem. Mam jakiegoś kurczę. Gunscreen. Nie, znaczy 50 to jest nie konserwa, ma nawet 100, ale to jest, wiesz co, wolniej się przeładowuje, później takie ociężały jest z tą bronią, to... No... No taki prawda. Ważnika. Czekaj, all comes. Ale kurwa wioska, ja pierdolę. W ogóle nie mam kamuflażów odblokowanych, a te co są, to są kurwa takie, wiesz, kolorowe. Chciałem jakieś takie... Dobra, chuj, będzie z czarną bronią, będę chodził, chuj tam żadny. Nie, właśnie ja chciałem takie fajne moro, jakieś takie, wiesz, moro zielone albo moro pustynne, nie? Co tu jest? Kowalek jak z tej gry 13, kurwa. Znaczy słuchaj, będziemy rysować takich bohaterów, jakich będziemy potrzebować po prostu. Do kadru, nie będę tworzył bohaterów, żeby potem coś wymyślać, tylko potrzebujemy scenę taką i taką, no to się rysuje takie i takie. Zastanawiamy się, żeby jak najmniej tych rysunków było, bo tak, dialogi można dostarczać w takiej formie, jak ja ściągałem ten kaptur, nie? Trzy klawisze, nie? Znaczy wiesz co, to jest takie problematyczne, bo... Wiesz co, bo słuchaj, bo to co ja zrobiłem, to nie by... Bo to jest tak, ja mogę robić animację w tym programie jednym od rysowania. Ale są ograniczenia, panie, z tymi animacjami. Bo to co ty mówisz, że ty było, żeby było tak na głowę coś tam przybliżenie, to by musiał być tak jakby filmik. Czyli animacja. A jak robię animację, to muszę dodać jakiś blue screen i red screen i czasem się okazuje, ja właśnie zrobiłem z tym jobem, nie? Że zrobiłem na 2 sposoby. Dałem do programu do montowania filmów 3 zdjęcia obok siebie i się zrobiła 3 zdjęcia bez tła i się zrobiła animacja, lub mogę zaimportować animację, ale z jakimś kolorem tła, które potem usuwam. I wiesz co się stało? Nie wiedziałem jaki kolor dać tła, bo mam ten szalik taki kurwa kolorowy, nie? Dam seledynowy, to później zamieni mi każdy seledynowy na przeźroczysty. I się wiesz co zrobiło? Że ten dziób był żółty, jak mam zdjęcia, a jak zrobiłem animację i usunąłem tło, to dałem jakiś chyba zielony, taki seledynowy, ale ten seledynowy jest częścią dzioba i dziób nagle stał się pomarańczowy, taki marchewkowy. Więc to są czasem takie niuansiki, o których nie wiesz, bo to jest ograniczenia narzędzia, nie? Pewnie da się tak jeszcze jakoś inaczej zrobić, ale to pełno jest takich rzeczy. Wiesz dlaczego to tak długo powstaje? No wszystko spoko, Marcin, tylko kurwa no mówię, ten projekt to tak dlatego się ciągnie, nie bo nic nie powstawało, tylko ja tam próbowałem coś zmontować, tylko wyglądało to tak strasznie drewnianie i szukałem sposobu, żeby to kurwa ominąć. No to słuchaj, ale to no... No to wszystko trzeba byłoby rozrysować, bo to jest... No ale to jest dodatkowa robota, wiesz, to wszystko... Słuchaj, celem było... Bo są... Ale Marcin, bo ty nie rozumiesz jednego. To, co teraz ja zrobiłem, to jest wersja cutscenki, bo normalnie to będzie, że ja będę jechał na desce, jechał autem od punktu A do punktu B, a jak właśnie dojeżdżam na miejsce, to w taki sposób będą tak jakby cutscenka przeprowadzana. Tylko właśnie jeszcze żadnego filtra nie dałem na to. Jakby... Nie, to jest co innego, bo to... Filmik jest bez taśmy VHS, tylko jak wrzucam na Instagram, to tam wybrałem filtr VHS. Ale to tutaj nie ma żadnego VHS-u w oryginale, nie? Bo nie mam takich filtrów w tym programie. Bo ja mam wersję darmową, nie? No, więc no może tam są, no musiałbym zgooglać, to pewnie jak w innym programie by się dało, tylko ten program to tak jest fajny, bo wszystko jest z chmury zabierane, ale w sumie to nie jest kluczowe teraz. Co to się kurwa gra włączyła, ja nie wiedziałem? Czy o umlaut? A czekaj, jest a umlaut? Nie dołącz, bo ja mam imprezę, bo streamuję. A ci wysłałem zresztą invite'a, żeby ją uruchomić. No ja jestem na imprezie. Zostałeś zaproszony dzisiaj już wcześniej. Wejdź w dzwonek, który tam masz. Pypytku. No dobra, i to gramy. Ja bym gdzie odszedł jeszcze dla pikanku.
Za sarankę, kurwa, Krzysztof.
Za pikanku, kurwa.
Za saranku.
Za
Nie
pikanku.
wkurwiaj. Którą siódemkę będę musiał mieć.
Lelo, baby. Szukaj. 58, proszę pana. A ile tu jest leveli, żeby odblokować bronię? Chyba tyle, to już mam. Chyba wszystko odblokowane, no. Czy coś tu jest jeszcze jakiś... Nie, base lock, co to jest? Lock, jakiś armor challenge.
Naklejka na Bono Feniksa, jak zdobędę coś tam więcej, kurwa.
Widzisz?
Muszę zdobywać punkty.
Jak Feniks z popiołu, Marcin.
Gratis jest jakiś w sklepie. Ty, kurwa, Krzysztof. Nic. 400 zł, 300 to raczej nie gratis. Wyróżniony powinien mieć gratis. Nie pierdol, że nie. Gratis. A ty kurwa, Krzysztof, byłeś za szybki. Słyszałeś to już nie raz pewnie, Krzysztofie, kurwa. Żart sytuacyjny, kurwa.
Tak weszło. Franiek, dość już.
Dzisiaj?
No. No saldbałem.
Ty jesteś idiotem.
A czemu?
Ty jesteś... Zabił mnie w locie, kurwa. Ty...
No by... Ale to już tak powiem ci, kurwa, 2 godziny.
Bo ty jesteś w ogóle dziwny człowiek, chłopiec, który powinien się zatknąć na pal, jak Azie tutaj Bejowicza.
Ale przecież ja nikomu nie dokuczam, co ty
Kurwa, spadłem do jakiegoś rynku w ogóle, tu bawił razem, pojechał na górę, ale cyrki. Chłopie, to jak to się by się nagrało i byłoby z mojej perspektywy, to chłopie, kurwa, sam.
To nic nie stoi na przeszkodzie, żebyś też streamował.
To i coś tu z internetami, bo ty kurwa, twoje streamowanie już mi obciąża mój internet.
Ej, ale ty możesz też streamować, przecież to jest tylko naciskasz guzik share, ustawiasz tylko, logujesz się na ten kanał YouTube i to wszystko. Jak masz jakieś tam stary. No ale to wtedy byłby materiał, bo to możesz bez dźwięku, że sam gameplay, to wtedy bym mógł...
To ze względów religijnych, kurwa,
Jesteś down, to jest nic roboty, a w razie co, to bym miał, wiesz, wchodzę na ten twój kanał.
Uraziłeś moje uczucia religijne, pójdziesz siedzieć, Krzysztof.
Weź, mam ten twój, kurwa, zerowy, kurwa, wkład w cokolwiek jest.
Jaki cokolwiek, kurwa,
Weź,
cokolwiek
kurwa.
to jest coś więcej niż nickolwiek, Krzysztof.
Ktoś tutaj bliżej.
Czego tak blisko, kurwa, downie? Zabiją nas przez ciebie.
To jest po tym samym cyrklu, kurwa.
Krzysztof, cokolwiek to jest sporo więcej niż nickolwiek. Weź się zastanów, kurwa. Helikopter chyba lata, nie, to jest talon na balon. Nie przeklinamy w tym odcinku, Krzysztof, w ogóle, bo ja zauważyłem, że moja kultura spadła, od kiedy się z tobą, kurwa, zadaję. Byłem
Tak?
takich rzeczy, no... Powiedziałeś mi, że jesteś słynnym youtuberem i że trzeba przeklinać dużo, kurwa, to ja pomyślałem, okej.
Jak trzeba, to trzeba.
Kolegą słynnego youtubera.
This intel reveals the location of the next gas spread. Get it to the uplink station marked on your tac map for decryption before it's too
Nie
late.
wiem. Namierzyło czy nie?
Na
Tam koło
górze się
królu.
pojawiło. Tak? Na samej górze, chłopie, kurwa, na tym, na budynku.
Your squad made
Weź,
it to the safe
Krzysztof, kurwa,
zone.
to nie po katolicku takie zagranie, żeś kolegę wysłał na ten, na ból samego.
To ja zaraz tam zipnę. Kurwa, z pistoletem biegam, shotgunem, fajne.
Tylko coś jeszcze, ale ja tu mam jakiś kurwa bloczek, sroczek, a tu mam jakiś wjazd. Ten dźwig pewnie, że to jakoś to kurwa... Nie wiem, że tam drabiną można się wpierdolić, idąc przez pół gry, kurwa, przez 10 minut po drabinie, wiesz, szczebelek za szczebelkiem. Stary, zróbmy to, kurwa, na przekór wszystkim.
Kurwa, jak jest snajperzyny ze Szczecina.
Czerwonego jakiegoś, Krzysztof, kurwa. Jak się na górę tu
Królu Złoty. Nie wiem.
Pierdol, Krzysztof, takie rzeczy powinieneś wiedzieć. Jesteś mistrzem, kurwa, tych...
Jedzenia. Co tu jeszcze jakieś?
Krzysztof...
To tak łatwo powiedzieć. Nie wiem, tego Króla Złotego, bo on tu stoi, kurwa.
Nie, no to jak on stoi, jemu stoi, nie wiem, nie znam się na tym, kurwa, Krzysztof.
Tylko nie mam broni, cholera jasna, bo on...
Bo spódnica za ciasna. Źle rzuciłem, kurwa, nie pierdol, że jest, spadnie mi na ten. Nie, cień, dobra, z tamtej jest słońce, więc chyba git będzie. Leci, chłopie, mi tutaj, kurwa, centralnie pod nóżki. Mam sklepik. I co ja mam tam kupić? Chuj, mam tam
Coś tu się zjebało się. Gdzie ten kurwa typ jest?
Nie wiem, chłopie, nie...
On jest na tym, na wyciągu pewnie, kurwa.
No to strzelaj do niego, jaki masz problem, kurwa, Krzysztof, przecież...
No nie wiem, kurwa, nie widzę go. On jest niby na moim poziomie? Czy to się ikona jakaś pojebała?
I zaraz posprząta po twoim ziomie, kurwa, bo ja tu sam latam. Krzysztof, nie podoba mi się to, kurwa.
Rób ten kontrakt, czego go nie robisz?
Jaki, kurwa, znowu kontrakt?
No na górze przecież... No to leć tam, kurwa.
Nie wiem, jak tu wjechać, kurwa, szukam linki.
Lupinki. No to pewnie, kurde, na ten dźwig trzeba wejść jakoś.
No to mówię ci, że idź 10 minut, kurwa, drabinka, nie? Wiecie, bani grube. Chyba że opowiesz mi wtedy, Krzysztof, jakąś bajkę, nie wiem o czym.
Te skoczył.
Rodce Marysi. 14 krasnoludkach. No co ty, kurwa, mi tu robisz? No nie wiem, że po tym dźwigu serio trzeba wchodzić. Jak ty jesteś na górze?
Nie. Jestem na dole na razie. Nie wiem, jak tu wejść.
No kurwa,
dobra, przejdźmy się naokoło.
W dźwigu jest linka. I linką w dźwigu. Łopie, to było easy, kurwa, Krzysztof, plus 15 mam teraz do tego, do wymądrzania się. Mam plus 15, mam jeszcze, kurwa, broń taką, chłopie, złotą. Jakiś taki coś tamtego, kurwa, i tego. Jestem na dźwigu, jeszcze mogę wyjść na żurawia. Bo nie, bo spadnę, kurwa, Krzysztof, będzie wstyd.
No jak tam wejść, kurwa?
Nie wiem, ja na razie tutaj obczaję, co się dzieje ciekawego.
No i chuj, spadło mi się. Tu jest, kurwa, zip, downie.
No ja jestem w środku w dźwigu, kurwa, na zipie, no i co?
No ale tu jest zip w tym, nie na ścianie jest zip.
Że na piździe nie wiem.
Patrz, tu i teraz jadę na górę.
Nie mogę wskoczyć, bo to jest, kurwa, oszukaństwo.
No bo chociaż ty ze swojego możesz spaść.
Zasrać, kurwa. Widziałeś, poleciałem. Jestem na samej
no
górze,
to widzisz,
kurwa.
że tam gdzie zaznaczyłem jest ten.
No gdzie ty, kurwa, jesteś w ogóle?
No jestem na budynku.
To jestem nad tobą.
Nie jesteś na dole.
Jestem na dole.
O kurwa, bym se spadł.
No to mówię, że grać nie umiesz, nie? Cycy, kurwa.
All squad members are in the safe zone.
Samojebku masz.
No to zaznacz do chuja.
Dobra, schowałem się. A ty też masz samojebku. Nie wiem, kurwa, jak tu wejść dalej.
Jest down.
Tu jest jakaś, kurwa, drabina.
Karabin wyborowy tam mam snajperkę.
O panie. Dobrze, że z tym uploadem to jest właśnie też robiłem kontrakt. To jak już zaczniesz, to już ci nie braknie czasu. Choćby było 5 sekund, jak już zaczniesz animację i to ci pozwoli naładować ten pasek. Ranek, uspokój się! Co ten pies? Kurwa będzie warczał. Na inne psy. I snajper mnie kurwa zmierzwił.
Z downem, jak tam wejść? Gdzie są schody?
Ja się zrezuję, bo mam samojebkę.
Chodź tu, ja cię zrezuję, jestem obok ciebie.
Nie wiem, czy snajper z której strony mnie ujebał, żeby...
Z dupy strony, kurwa. Nie znasz się na graniu. Tu się kolegów nie zostawia, Krzysztof, ryzykujesz, idziesz, kurwa, twardo. Ja mu wystawię teraz pułapkę taką, kurwa, typka, nie?
A to snajperzyna ze Szczecina był. Dobra, robimy kolejny kontrakt, tak? Żeby wiedzieć, jaki jest... Kółko.
Bo w łeb strzeli będziemy wiedzieć, kurwa, wiesz. Przecież to wszystko przemyślane.
Contract marked.
Idźmy, kolejny zwiat. No to chodź, skaczemy.
Do dupy, kurwa.
No skaczemy,
Dupy
panie.
na raki. Ktoś tu wjechał. Mam tu gościa. Co wy mi w ogóle? On drugiego.
Mocno ranny.
Mocno poranny.
Enemies dropping into the AO.
Jakiś harpaganik.
Jest sklep. Zrzucamy się na kurwa zrzut?
No. Mamy. To kup...
No kupuj, ja ci dałem.
Gas is closing in. Relocating the safe zone.
Jeszcze tego kupię.
Requesting recon flyover.
Fire sale active. Buy station
Kupię, nie
prices
bronię
have
przy
been
nim tego
reduced.
strikera.
Te, mamy tutaj typa.
I to rypa, kurwa, coś. Żeby było słabe.
O, tu.
Armor box marked.
Nie wjeżdżu, kurwa. Choć raz, Marcin, byłeś blisko mnie.
No kurwa, bo trzeba... Widziałem, że łajza przede mną idzie jakaś, nie? I mówię, o co będę zostawiał. A to ty byłeś, Krzysztof.
Popatrz, i na co ci były te kupione, kurwa, skórki za pieniądze? O, strzelają, tylko nie wiem skąd. Z helikoptera, kurwa mać.
Złote bronie mam, obydwie. Jestem mistrzem złotych broni.
Dobra, chodźmy robić kontrakt tamten.
Nie umiesz robić kontraktów, Krzysztof, kurwa, przyznaj się.
Alright, your squad's in the safe zone.
No lecimy tam, kurwa. Ktoś zajebał ten kontrakt, czy nie?
Kurwa, Krzysztof, no ale jest rzut. Ja nie zmieniam, ja mam dobre. Ale bym sobie, kurwa, ja pierdolę, broni zostawił.
O kurwa, snajperzyna ze Szczecina.
Grać nie wiem. O kurwa, snajperzyna ze Szczecina. Grać nie umiesz ich chuj.
Fire sale's over. Adjusting price.
Spierdolił gorącą wyprzedaż, kurwa, byliśmy przy sklepie, wszystko przez ciebie. Jak Krzyśka jak chuj.
Za co będziesz kupował? Mamy 7 stówek tego.
Strzela do mnie, skurwiel, ty, ale mi wyjebał. Nie mam kamizelek, muszę schodzić na dół.
Ja mam trochę.
Ja mam 0, chłopie. I
No
snajper
to
do
hono
mnie.
tu ci rzucu.
Nie, bo jest snajper jebany.
Dropol, masz tu.
Czekaj, kurwa, nie bądź taki...
Found some armor here.
Zakładaj ty kurtku.
Jebną, jak stamtąd właśnie pruł do mnie gdzieś.
Nie, on był na dachu. O ten.
Moving here.
No to czegoś tego nie wziął tego.
Tego, kurwa, wziąłem, no. Pancerz.
Chuja, żeś wziął pancerz.
Tu
Nie.
leżał i wziąłem.
Kontrakt, kurwa, przyjechaliśmy po kontrakt.
No to taki kontrakt.
No tu trzeba jakoś zejść w dół. Chuj wie jak. Tu jakieś zejście. Zaklajstrowane, nie wiem jak to się kurwa schodzi.
To nie umiesz grać. Nie wiem, ty, kurwa, co ci mam mówić, Krzysztof, długo ci nie będę opowiadał. Ja ci po prostu nie odjebią, to będzie twoja wina.
Nie mam, kurwa, bladego pojęcia. Descent, kurwa, to nie tędy droga była.
Weź, kurwa, Krzysiek.
Jak tam, kurwa, wyjść?
No linka jest do chuja tutaj. Chodź tu. Tu zawsze jest linka.
No, ja chcę dojść tu.
W ogóle.
I to jest nade mną. A ja jestem na...
Mała nad tobą, Krzysztof, kurwa. Gdzie to, kurwa, jest niby? To jest pode mną.
A tu jest wejście. Kurwa, dobra.
Krzysiek, grać nie umiesz, to
Dobra. Lećmy, kurwa, tam. Zahaczymy o loadout. Myśmy zahaczyli. No, bo ja nie mam, ja mam jakieś randomowe. Ty, ale ja mam loadout kupiony, Marcin. Lećmy, jebać, wróć. Tu.
No to jesteś, kurwa, głupi po prostu, Krzysztof.
Zapomniałem, że kupiłem.
Wredny i głupi, kurwa. Tak ci dzisiaj posłodzę. Żeby ci było lżej na duszy, kurwa, bo widzę, że ci ciężko w życiu. Właśnie, Krzysztof. To jest...
O kurwa, na dachu mamy dobrodzieja.
No to strzela do ciebie?
Nie, jeszcze mnie nie widział, ale tu jest. Na tym budynku. I będzie zaraz szczela, jak zobaczy...
Grać nie umiesz, to od razu widać.
Zaczepnie tak.
Zaczep.
Hitmarka. Dobra, idźmy tutaj. Mieliśmy iść tutaj.
Marek, czekaj. Nie rób tak. Gramy inaczej, wiesz jak gramy? Tak, żeby się...
Gramy po swojemu.
Ale po naszemu. Mam listoka, kurwa.
No, ja też mam listoka.
Rokoka, kurwa. Złote bronie, jedną i drugą, patrz jakie piękne.
Weź, fagoteria.
Jedna bardziej złotsza od drugiej złotszej.
Oj,
tak,
nigdy tego nie lubiałem. Nie lubiałem tego kolorowego dziadostwa już.
Lubiłem, kurwa, debilu.
Już, złote bronie, to już był max. To jest przynajmniej nawiązanie, tam chyba Saddam Hussein miał. Ej, airstrike idzie w naszą stronę.
O, ja się airstrike.
No ty byłeś... Ty, kurwa.
Są tutaj radarzyk i wiemy, gdzie są typy. Ha, widziałeś, kurwa, tak się gra.
No dobra, to byśmy im wjebali. Jeden ziomek jest.
Mam tu dymne. Chcesz dymne, żeby ci się odradało?
Ja mam hukajki, kurczę, nie? A spróbuję się tam gdzieś zestrać mu na głowę. To on tutaj jest.
Rozsądnie by to było. To dobrze powiedziane. Krzysztofie.
Chodź tam, sprawdzimy gościa. Ty wchodź dołem, ja górą.
Jesteś. Czekaj, bo ja
wchodzimy
nie
tu.
Ja
do tego budynku, on tam był ostatnio.
Pądrowało.
Tu schodzimy, dobra, schodzimy. Nie, to ja strzelam do ciebie.
No to ty jesteś, kurwa, niezły. Czego strzelasz do bohatera?
Czekaj, ja miałem tam wejść, kurda.
To się szczać
po kontrakt.
Pokątnie się mówi.
Dobra, spierdolił, nie wiem, chuj wie, gdzie jest. Ja chcę wyjść tędy, nie da rady. To są kuloodporne szyby.
Miałeś za tępy nóż, kurwa. Tępy nóż.
Typy!
Do środka, szybko.
Nie do środka, szybko, tylko ich kurwa ogłuszamy. Kurwa, gdzie są? Tu są, kurwa. Tu są, kurwa. Weź, Marcin, pierwsze co to, kurwa, tchórzostwo. Pierwsze co to spierdolił, kurwa. Byli ogłuszeni, kurwa, jednego powaliłem, drugi mnie powalił, kurwa. Byłbyś ich najebał. Wszyscy na poczęcie.
Nie biją przez ciebie, bo krzyczesz.
Weź, Marcin.
Kurwa, Krzysztof, to się nie nadaje nawet do zapisu.
Weź, Marcin, kurwa, wziął i
sklep. Przez ciebie, kurwa, straciłem 3 kamizelki na głupie jakieś te.
Weź, Marcin.
Ale nie, doskoczę. Jedną ręką, chłopie, kurwa.
Obsrany, kurwa, tam ludzie już biegną.
Zamknij się, kurwa, debilu. Czego się, kurwa, czego drzesz się, łopie, ty?
Bo kurwa niekompetencja. To jest w innym budynku, na dachu tego budynku.
Się już odrodziłeś, czy cię trzeba za pieniądze?
Za pieniądze, kurwa.
Takie kurwa granie z Krzyśkiem. Krzysiek, co ja... Ja mam kurwa... Jak się nazywa? Support kurwa? Gdzieś na plecach napisane? Czego ja tak przeklinam w ogóle?
Byś down.
Byś down. Ej, stary, gdzie jest ten sklep? Zniknął. Patrz jak ja zrobię, jak kurwa, jak ta sarna.
No.
Widziałeś? Ninja Gaiden,
No
totalnie.
idź na lewo idź.
Chłopie, spokojnie, no zaraz, już się nie zesraj.
No
Dawaj
tam
do
są
sklepu.
typy, kurwa. Po lewej masz sklep. Patrz kurwa na radar, chłopie, ja jebie.
No jestem przy sklepie.
Przecież ty widzisz, że tam kurwa czerwono było przed chwilą? Nie, kurwa.
Nie umiesz grać, Krzysiek, przez ciebie nie... Idę się wysikać, bo ty...
Weź, kurwa, weź. Jaka kurwa niekompetencja, ja jebie.
Krzysztof, bo ty tylko jęczysz. Ja muszę kurwa zgłosić to gdzieś. Zgłoszę to... Nawet nie gram tego gułagu, boś mnie zdenerwował, kurwa. Jeśli tak ciśnie nie podniósł...
Jailbreak jest active, kurwa, wszyscy schodzą za darmo, chodź tu downie.
No i kurwa nad wodospad poszedłem.
Jaki kurwa down i go gazje.
Lecę, bo chcę wszystko.
Kurwa.
Trzeba było powiedzieć, w którą stronę mam trzy.
Kurwa, trzeba było sikać po ścianie, kurwa, downie.
Krzysztof, jak zaczniesz sikać, nie możesz przerwać, bo sobie prostatę spierdolisz, więc Krzysztof, no nie mogłem, kurwa, no.
Brawo, kurwa. Brawo, kurwa. 13 miejsce, kurwa.
Pechowe. To z ciebie. Aś mi wkurwi do teraz. Nie wyłączaj gry teraz, nie włączaj. Nie pierdolę głupoty w ogóle, nie podoba mi się to, Krzysiu. My gramy i kurwa gadamy głupoty.
Najgorzej. Halo. Jestem. Dobra, włączam.
Operatorów masz samych takich z dupy, powiadasz?
Co?
Operatorów masz samych takich z dupy? No jak o Chińczykach, kurwa. No kurwa o lodzikach, o kurwa postaciach.
No to co z nimi? Fajny mam operator.
Nie masz takiego jak ja i coś i tam
takiego jak ty chyba nie mam.
I płakałeś kurwa strasznie.
No, życie.
Odbieram prezent, Krzysztof. Zobaczymy co mi wypadnie. Kupiono. Gift pack. O panie. I chuj, jakaś naklejka czy co to kurwa jest. Naklejka na broń. Fajnie, fajnie. Ale super fajnie. François de la Japapon. Jelida Papon. Krzysztof, gramy w grę.
Reżurzysz głaz? Nie.
Że co?
Chcemy Battle Royale.
Że po francusku?
Albo mi tu pies.
Gadamy? Po francusku? Znasz francuski?
No. Chcę się muszę jakoś dogadać. Nie, Tuniu? Jeśli dam tu zapiekankę, to ty sobie z nią poradzisz?
Tak, poradzę sobie. Pewnie.
Chyba on gotów się udławić z tym.
Nie wiem co ten, jak ten twój pies jest, kurwa tam wiesz, karmiony z procy, czy co, o co chodzi, jak to działa.
Dobra, ale to jest dla ciebie.
Nie dawaj mu wyboru, kurwa, bo jeszcze wybierze. Mam gościa w kominiarce i w takim kurwa zielonym, tam to jest miasto bardziej, nie? Nie wiem, Krzysztof, kurwa, zawróciło mi to teraz w głowie. Tu mam jakiegoś typa w ogóle.
Idź się napić, kurwa. Aj, ten pies. Nie ma już. Chomiku.
On ma duży plecak, wkurwia mnie ten duży plecak, Krzysztof. Wszystko wina
dużego
plecaka. Nie mam nic odkryte. Napisało, że mam.
To co to kurwa nie klikło mi się?
Krzysztof, jak ty masz na imię?
Ja już. O Jezu.
Zmieniłem skórkę, kurwa. Ała. Krzysztof. Nie będę miał pięknej kobiety, kurwa, gdzieś.
Oryli, kurwa. Szoker, kurwa. Szoker.
No, nic nie wiesz.
Szoker.
Jaki ty jesteś, Krzysztof, niemiły.
No kurwa, ale to przecież... Dlaczego mam cię kurwa ukłamywać?
No weź, fajnie by było, miałbym.
Nie kurwa.
Taką poetkę, nie.
Chlora możesz mieć, kurwa.
Tak,
niestety.
chlora.
No taka prawda jest.
5 na 8. 8 razy ukończ wyzwanie. Mam 5 na 8, tu mam 0 na 5, 1 na 3 gry, coś tam. 5 razy zabij operator. Nie zabiję nikogo w tej grze, kurwa, Krzysztof?
No bo ty przecież pierwszy spierdalasz, kurwa mać.
No bo ty, kurwa, ej, nie, jak cię uratowałem cię, kurwa.
No tak, tylko jak kolesia, wiesz, ja ubiłem 99%, ty tam na ostatnią pestkę przeszedłeś, to mi się kill zaliczał.
No to mnie oszukali jeszcze. Bo ja ci dupę uratowałem.
Weź Marcin, kurwa. Ja nie wiem, czy to przypadkiem nie był jakiś rykoszet, tak żeś próbował spierdolić akurat wędrująca, taka zagubiona kula gościa, kurwa, w piętę ugryzła.
Strzeliłem w ścianę, odbiło się od filara.
Przez budynki, kurwa, bo się osrałeś, że coś czerwono jest na radarze i chciałeś spierdolić jak zwykle, Marcin.
Weź, nie musiałem zawsze więcej kili od ciebie, kurwa.
Weź, kurwa.
Kurde,
Marcin, gramy agro teraz.
Masz pole, kurwa, osiole.
Teraz sobie spróbuję jeszcze.
To agroturystykę co najwyżej możesz założyć, kurwa, gdzieś.
Weź, Marcin.
Nad stanem. Spatery będziesz ludzi sprzęt zabierał, kurwa.
Edit, kurczę, Gunsmith, mamy jakąś optykę zatknięta. Unlocked level 10, jeszcze jeden level.
Co? Mówię ci, kurwa.
Enemy soldier incoming.
Mówię ci, Krzyśku.
Ani trochę. Kurwa, zaczął bić.
Nie też. Wybiegłem mu tak trochę chujowo, wiesz, bo tutaj goniłem za jednym, a drugi mi kurwa wyjechał z tego. Skąd mi w ogóle wyjechał? Kurwa. Wariata.
Let's get that bird spinning. Finish up. We're airborne in 3.
Ty łbie zakuty, kurwa.
Word came down. We are green to go. So gear up, grab your chutes. We're going to the war zone. You are cleared hot on all threats. Watch your ass down there.
To pamiętaj, kurwa. Ty słyszałeś, kim on jest do chuja? Kto to był? O, ja już nie jest kurki do chuja, nie jest kurka do chuja. O. Ten plecak, kurwa, taki duży. Ja się doprowadzam, pierdolę. Jest naspakowany zresztą, na górze.
Co robimy, tak?
Co robimy? Gdzieś zaznaczył do chuja Wacława.
No tu.
Już poleciał. Weź gdzie to w ogóle. Nie przemyśli. No i to tak jak zwierzę. Wybuje mi internet.
No mi też coś mnie...
Pułapkę w górze mam, kurwa.
No ja też mam tak.
Zjebany serwer, trzeba z niego wyjść. Dobra, czekaj, może jak zejdziemy na ziemię, to będzie git, nie? Może jest tylko bug, jeżeli chodzi o grafikę.
Chyba kurwa nie.
O, tu jest w ogóle coś spierdolone, to grubo.
No dobra.
Teraz miałem już 2 łapy, a teraz to musi cały ten drga, kurwa.
Mi też drga.
Wychodź stąd, kurwa, ty.
Lost connection, wyjebało nas. Waiting rejoinable game update. Nie chcemy kurwa czekać. Find a match, kurwa.
Ale mi kurwa, czekaj, bo mi coś tu siedzi. Mam wyjść, dobra. Stary, to było okropne przeżycie, kurwa, teraz. Nie powinni takich rzeczy robić, Krzysztof.
O czym ty mówisz? Aż tak okrutne przeżycie?
Nie, ale ktoś mógłby mieć okrutniejsze, nie? A weź se pomyśl, kurwa, gdzieś tam różni ludzie coś grają w różnych dziwnych... Ktoś gra cały czas i coś tam nagle, kurwa.
Ej, bo nas chcą dołączyć, kurwa, czekaj, wyjdźmy.
Nie chcę tego, kurwa, wyjdź z tego do chuja.
No właśnie chcę też wyjść.
Nie da się, bo kurwa...
Leave party, kurwa, musisz zrobić.
Ale ja nie mam teraz w ogóle lider grupy, co do chuja.
Dołącz do mnie teraz.
Przecież to się wszystko
Ej, ale
zepsuło.
dalej mam checking for rejoining 44 sekundy. Google Game Update. No to do...
Co to się odpierdala w ogóle, czy ja? Dołączymy do tego kurwa laga, bo mi dalej tego laga kurwa tutaj wyrzuca, 37 sekund.
No właśnie nie wiem jak to jest.
Ja pierdolę.
U mnie 20 sekund. Dobra, wyłączmy grę w pizdu. Close game.